Who's that doing now? Look. I'm just giving everybody a wee lecture just now about how everything's hunky dory, why I'm going into God mode, and all the rest of it, and how this is going to be fantastic. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to help you sort out the base and all the rest of it, right?
Okay. It'd be good to have a wee meeting.
We'll have a meeting, right?
Right?
We'll have a meeting, right?
A wee bit.
It'd be good to have a wee meeting. So what I need to do now is go and see James and make everything alright. Need to make everything alright, man. Because there's things he can't build. He can't build there. Hello, right, that's me here now.
Hiya, how you doing?
Right, so that's that. That's that.
Right, well hold on, come on upstairs. I've created a wee space for us to need to just have a wee brief meeting. So, how do you think that went?
Well, what I was saying to everybody in brief was I gave the mortal thing a go, and just having to do that fence thing you asked, and the gun thing, and then us getting shot and me getting shot, and a few wee things all came together at once that reminded me that I don't think my mind is suited to this sort of thing. Even if I was just solo, it's no you. Even if just solo, and it's no Jamie. It's nothing like that. There's nothing has went wrong, but I prefer this.
You prefer God mode?
Aye, I prefer the possibilities, the freedom.
You were getting quite into it, weren't you?
I definitely was.
You were enjoying it.
Yes.
For a fair bit.
Is this the council?
So what
is this the council thing you were talking about, by the way?
Aye. Aye.
I was
we've got 2 chairs. We've got a wee table. If you want to use the table, down and stuff.
I was getting into it. I was into the grinding. I was doing that. I didn't cheat with any grinding. I didn't go, right, fuck it, I'll give myself 5,000 fucking stone. I was enjoying that whole side of things and going, right, what we're going to do here, and what we're going to, right, build that, and right, what we're going to do with everybody else. But all it took was just the thing with the fence, me thinking about making a gun with that inventory I already had on me and having to put it into boxes, and me wanting it to be put in the right box. Not just dump everything in a box in order to make the gun, but right, stick that in the craft box, stick that in that, get rid of that, bring that back, and then thinking about cunts fucking blowing the fence down, and every single part of that is all fine. It's all fine. But see the lot of it coming together, it reminded me of what I'm just no suited to, man. And this is what I prefer. No, the whole gain.
So how quickly did it go from, oh, I'm quite into this, grinding away, doing all the stuff, doing all of that, to fuck this? Was it something over the course of 90 minutes? Or was it over the course of 90 seconds? Like, how sharp was that turn?
Closer to 90 seconds.
To
see me thinking of expanding the base a bit. And right, me going, right, I'll put that round the back, and then it's a bit too high up. I can't expand it that much because it's built too high up. And then me thinking, right, wait a minute, what shit. Right, wait a minute, right, what will do? Right, so that's got to get taken down. I've got to take the boxes down and move all the boxes and all that stuff. And then, oh fuck, right, wait. And then going out, getting shot and getting the gun taken off us. And then going, fuck, got to make a new gun. And then you building that thing. And then me needing to put that fence out. The bastard fence was the fucking working. You know, it wasn't
That's a bastard of a thing. That
it wasn't able to do that.
fucking doing my head in for a bit.
And the inventory being full, and the gun thing, and then them or him. Again, everybody, just to repeat, you know, nothing went fucking wrong. Nobody did anything wrong at all. Somebody was just playing us. It's fuck all, nothing. Right? I was having a laugh with Jamie earlier. Right? It's a giggle. But just the whole thing all sort of coming together made me think, oh fuck, I don't like this. That's right. I just remembered.
Sure.
I don't like this.
Cool. What I'd suggest is, right, because this is 3:20 in the morning.
Yes.
Might be
Artificially.
a thing. Might be a lot of different. I mean, no, actually, in actuality, it's 3:20 in the morning. But I know what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I'd sleep on it, just see how it's going. Because we had a good thing going, right? And at the end of the day, this is rust, isn't it? Somebody fucking shoots in the head. But look, man, get fucking light bulbs.
Here's
You know
how I
what I mean?
feel.
Get a wee rug.
I know what you're saying, and I agree with it, but I'm telling you right now, I feel dead calm about this. Dead calm. I feel like relieved. It isn't a kind of, right, that's it then. You know, it's not a kind of, you know what, fuck it. It is at the time I like me rocketing them. Please don't abandon them, I'm not going to abandon them. What I want to do is do something to help us happen, because see the idea of me having it feels almost there, but I feel I don't know. I mean, I could think about it, but honestly, it actually sort of puts me off the fucking game. We things like, see, the stressful side, see, thinking does my fucking nutting. I really don't like it. Thinking irritates me. I prefer to go, right, what can I fucking do here? What can I do here to like enjoy this? I want to see what everybody's up to. I want to like help folk and annoy folk and give people wee challenges and stuff like that, or just keep my distance and sort of float a bit. Do you know what I mean? What I'm thinking about now though is you. What the fuck do you do with this situation? With this, but I mean, you've got this whole place to yourself now, mate.
I don't want to be here doing this. Do you know what I mean? I want to be in the centre of the map, maybe up kind of near the snow slightly. I don't know. If I were you, I'd sleep on this, because right now it looks like Jamie got what he wanted. He's antagonised you, he killed you twice or three times, you've snapped, and now there's a big fucking right turn, and now the rest of the wipe is going to be dictated by something he's done.
No.
Know that that's malicious or anything like that. Know that there's anything, do you know what I mean? But, you know, because he didn't do anything out of order, he's just doing rust and he's shooting people and that's that. But it would be good if it didn't get to you. You know what I mean? Like, that would be cool. You can maybe use this as a learning exercise to see if you can work through stuff like this, rather than just always believing a story about yourself that, no, my brain's not working like this. No, this doesn't work like that. That's not for me. This isn't. I need to do stuff separately because I'm different and all that pish. Maybe you could use this to like work through all of that, and right, at the very least, even if you don't work through all of that, it'll be fucking entertaining to watch you try. Because imagine you're the rat god, right? Tomorrow you chase somebody, you spawn some polar bears, right? Ha ha ha, cool. What happens in a month's time if every day you're still just chasing folk and spawning polar bears and stuff like that? I think that'll be boring as fuck. I think what's happened tonight, and I think these conversations that we're having now, is by far more useful as a stream thing and as like a life thing as well, to try and fucking work through things and stuff like that. Obviously, if you're having a bad time, then, you know, and you've made a decision, then obviously fair enough, because I didn't see what happened. All I knew is you were away, and it's like, Limmy shot Jamie, Limmy shot Roscoe, so I'm like, fucking yes, what's going on? And I've missed the big rant that you had to your viewers as well. Um, but I wouldn't necessarily believe the stories that you tell yourself about you. You know what I mean? You can use this stuff to learn and to work through things. Do you know what I mean? I understand exactly what you're saying. You can get frustrated and you can lose the head and you can make big sweeping decisions. But if you continue to make those sweeping decisions, then you're just reinforcing who you believe that you are. I'm not telling you to go one way or another, but there's a point here that maybe is worth just going to sleep, having a wee think about it. You know what I mean?
So it is treason then. I'm joking. No, right. Can't stop saying that in my chat.
I can't, man.
Right, listen.
Sorry.
Regarding the thing about me believing my own story for myself, any kind of, my mind is like this, and this is the kind of, I'm on rails. My mind is on some sort of fucking like rails, like a fucking train, and it always ends up this way, and that's the way I'm. And there you go. There's my mind, my mind melting as usual. It's every now and again something like that might happen, but I don't mean to pull the whole fucking I'm 47 sort of thing. But I'm at a fucking stage now, year after year. Is everybody enjoying this therapy session, by the way? I'm at a stage now.
It's good. My chat seem to be saying this. I think
It's good. I'm really fucking. I'm really enjoying it. This is fucking magic. This. Fucking
this is EastEnders, man.
So I'm no like you know that way that somebody might look for patterns in their own behaviour and have a like you're saying, have a story for themselves. I always do this. When this happens, I'm always like that, and they almost.
By the way, feel free to tell me to get to fuck.
No, fucking will. No, I will. If I want. No.
Tell me to get to fuck.
No.
Aye, cool.
No, but the fact fucking is that, see, a combination, right? I mean, see, when I couldn't make the house a bit wider, and I was partly thinking, well, you were building that thing down there. I thought I need to build that down the front a bit. You can put that thing there, you know, the car lift. Get a wee bit there, and I'm like, fuck, give me a minute, right? And then I quite
that was doing my head then, man.
Like that sort of does me nothing, because it's an analytical sort of thing. It requires maybe demolishing that wall and putting that out there. And I like puzzles and problems and stuff like that, but there's certain things I just don't like. It just sort of fucking it bothers me. It just hurts my fucking brain.
You worked at that for an extra 40 seconds and finally got it.
Well,
do you know what I mean? You wouldn't be thinking like that now. Puzzles are shite until you solve them. And
the problem is,
it's like programming. Programming is 90% feeling inadequate, and then eventually you figure out, and you're like, I'm a fucking king, yes. And then
it's good, but
no knowing.
If I could look back at any sort of programming things that went when I was doing programming or doing fucking Flash and all the rest of it, it's good when it works out, but a lot of it is for me going round in circles, thinking the same thought again and again, waiting for my brain to finally fucking get off on a tangent and actually do something about it. My brain would go round and round, thinking about the same problem. Right, think it again. Right. I get round and around, and it's kind of annoying. And then eventually it can work out, and I'm like, oh, that's good. It doesn't quite outweigh the shyness for me, and I don't mean that in a big way. I don't mean, honestly, James, you weren't there. It was just so bad. It really outweighs all the good stuff. Just, and I kind of know a big deal, right? It's a bit too fucking irritating. You see, with this sort of thing, going right, I'm going to build a was it and all that. It's not a pure big deal, right? But I'm like, right, I'll get that flat bit down there and I'll make that down there, and fuck, that's not going to come down there. Right, wait a minute, what do I do again? And see, because I don't like the way my brain orders these thoughts, right? And this is to me making a wee story for myself, right? See, because I kind of forget and I go, right, wait a minute, right, let's do it again. So I need to put that there, I need to put this here. You bastard. Right, so let's look at this again. And then you're talking to me. And then I've got to fix that wall. And then that's got to come in that way, and it isn't bastard and working. And then I get the feeling that I can hear that somebody's planted a fucking bomb, chucked a bomb. And then I'm like, I feel vulnerable going outside, and then we get shot and all the rest of it. The whole thing is an irritating experience. No in a pure big way.
Oh,
right? See, put it this way, see what's happening right now.
Without a doubt, like,
See what's happening right now. See me doing this whole God mode thing, right? This isn't a big deal to me, right? I don't see, because I've already done it. It doesn't feel like I'm like, oh, is this the beginning of the end? Am I fucking this whole fucking Rust server up? Do you know what I mean by doing this? Am I just going to go like that, like you said? Oh, it's only so many fucking polar bears you can spawn, and how many helicopters you give away. I want to do something that I haven't done yet in this whole God mode thing. I want to build stuff that I couldn't build before as quickly. I want to get into that side of my fucking creativity, rather than see what we're doing. I really like it. See the downside though, I really don't like it, and it melts my fucking brain. And it's no a case of I've told myself it melts my brain. I've convinced myself it melts my brain. It really fucking does. I really don't like it, and I don't like going quiet, and I don't like doing it while I'm streaming. I don't like it all. And I'm just going like that. Right, fuck it, you know what? I'll rock it, Jamie. I'll rock it, Roscoe. Have a wee giggle. Don't harm them again. Go to God mode. And then I can think during the day when I'm not playing, going, right, I'm going to make like a kind of thing that's wired up in that way, and people can come into it. And it won't feel unfair, hopefully. It won't feel like people are saying, he just gets to build this stuff in 2 fucking seconds. And we're having to like fucking...
Yep.
Something different that is, you know, that gives like a wee prize away, or something else, I don't know. Something that's a bit over the top, or something like that. That doesn't make people feel that they're grafting away to get just a fraction of that. Something like that. This feels more relaxing for me. It feels like the sort of game that I want to play. But
definitely easier.
But I definitely want.
It'd definitely be less effort.
It's less effort, and I can sense a kind of loaded sort of statement there that I kind of, well, it'll be less effort, yes, if that's what you want.
No, it's not loaded. I'm getting to the point. So I think what you've described with your heat melting and maybe getting a wee bit overwhelmed with tasks and all of that sort of stuff, to me that just sounds like work, man. That just sounds like being at work, right? And if it's like that all the time, if you're playing a computer game and it feels like you're at work all the time, then that's shite, you know what I mean? Because it's not going to be fun for you or whatever. But over the course of the wipe, there's going to be bits that feel like work, and the bits that feel like work are going to be in contrast to the bits that feel fun. And the more the bits that feel like work are, then the more fucking fun it is when you finally overcome that and get to the point where the good thing is. Do you know what I mean? See if it's just good all the time. Like, you might as well be on opium or something like that. And do you know what I mean? I think, I don't know. I mean, you know what's going on in your head more than I do. But I think, like, see if we get attacked now and stuff gets stolen for us. That's fucking part of it. So then tomorrow, folk are going to choose in. They're going to be like, oh, what are they doing now? All right, let's rebuild then. Well, 1030's got a base down there, so maybe they could start for that base, and we've put some stuff down there. Like, it's part of a story. And so something happens, and then you need to respond to that, and something else happens, and you need to respond to that. And sometimes it feels like somebody's booted you in the belly because they've taken everything from you. It's raging and it's horrible. And other times you're the person that's taking stuff for other folk, and you feel on top of the world and it feels great. But if the bad bits, or if the bits that are a bit laborious are too much, then that's fair enough. But what I would say is, a couple hours ago we were considering building a big compound, like a big onion skin
Yeah.
thing, with all of that. And then we were going to join forces with CJW over here. And then we changed the plan.
Cunt's
to
fucking,
build-
cunt's so fucking
Imagine
lucky,
that.
by the way.
Exactly. And then we changed the plan to build like satellite bases, and that was a good idea. So we went and we did that. And then you've changed the plan again to maybe do the God mode thing for a bit. And all of that happened within the space of about 90 seconds. So all I'm saying is, just sleep on it for a bit and see how it goes. And if that's the path you want to go down, then fair enough. You know what I mean? And if it isn't, then fair enough as well. So I don't think one's better than another. See if you were secretly thinking about all of this for the past 3 or 4 hours, and it all built up, and you're like, fuck it, no, I'm doing it, then fair enough. But if you make that decision in the space of about 90 seconds or something, then chances are something else will happen and you'll decide to do another U-turn or whatever. So I'm just saying, maybe worth keeping your options open, but obviously I respect your decision if you don't want to. But I think it might provide for better streams and a better experience to like respond to stuff like that and really feel the loss, to really feel the frustration and all that, rather than just reject it and be like, no, I don't need to do this, I'm away. Because there's no really any opportunity there to like, you know what I mean, to learn or to use it in a constructive way. But it's easy to do. It's an easier life, isn't it, to be God? But I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I'll definitely think about it. I'm pretty sure, 99.9% sure that I'm going to stick with the God thing. I'm pretty sure. It just feels
Okay.
it's like there was something you said earlier. I can't remember what it was, but see when Solomon and the rest of them did my bass in, right? They didn't even do it in that much, but they came back twice, kind of quite quickly, and did that. And then I moved. You know, I was fucking pissed off, and then I moved house as basically Ghost Kai and Mosmod's fucking pet, right? And a wee kennel up the back, right? And that did feel like a real sense of loss. And then we're moving. That's it, moving fucking house. And feeling that safe feeling again. And going, this is better. This is even better than before. And the whole Q11 thing, like the danger. I like the kind of ups and downs. And it's that sort of thing, the ups and downs that I want to get, that I will miss out on by being kind of like invincible and deciding to do something else. Definitely miss out on that. But at the same time, I don't like the fucking downs. And the highs, I don't really like them that well. And see, my decision to do this so seemingly so quickly, it's not so much like quick, but like I've never felt this way before about anything, and I just have this sort of knee-jerk reaction. I don't quite know how to handle it. It's just basically a kind of shorthand. How to can I just say once again, by the way, to everybody who's watching this, I'm really enjoying this chit chat. I love this sort of fucking stuff.
This is cool, isn't it? It's been a wee while since we've sat down to do this.
This is like fucking real life. This is excellent.
You know,
see,
this is the chats that we usually have all.
Yes.
Or well, not usually, but you know what I mean.
So just to fucking finish what I was saying there, right?
Isn't it?
Aye.
And see, we're doing it in a rat mask and a fucking...
yes.
Sorry, there you go.
And just and it's lovely. It's a lovely day. We should do that. See, this we should do this a fucking lot. This is one thing we should do. But see the me responding that way. It's just a kind of shorthand, almost like what would you call it? Auto hotkey fucking thing. Like, you know, you just type a few letters just to get something very quick happening. You know, it saves time. I've already been here.
Strategy, isn't it?
It's not so much a strategy or coping mechanism. Like, see if I was to go to I was saying this earlier, see if I was to go to some sort of concert or something that I did not like, or or I was asked to go to something, and I know it's no really the sort of thing I like, I could go along and see how it goes and all the rest of it, and I could be surprised maybe. But the chances are, I've done it before, and then I did it again, and I didn't like it, and I did it again, and I didn't like it, and I don't like it. And there's a slim chance that I could surprise myself, but usually I don't like it. So if it happens again, just like lots of things, I'm just like, I know what to do. Fuck it, it ends now. And it feels so good and it's so relieving. It's such a relief to just walk away. And then what I'm thinking about now, the challenge now, isn't the building and the grinding and all getting shot, which is good in a way, but it's also irritating. It's what do I make? What do I make in Rust? What do I do in Rust to make it entertaining for me, people watching, for you and other folk, so that I stay in Rust and keep show off what's happening in the server and all the rest of it, whilst enjoying myself and not getting bored to the power like an actual fucking god. Just going, what do I do? Like I'm peeling fucking grapes and bored at my mind. Going, I'm bored, I'm just going to go and blow things up. So the way I think about it is that kind of Minecraft creative mode or something like that. And I've not even fucking scratched the fucking surface with that. I went into that whole Rat God thing kind of later on in the last wipe, where it was more a destructive sort of thing. Whereas now I'm feeling it in a more constructive at the beginning of the wipe sort of thing. Like, what can I make that, like, what can I make? I prefer that feeling. What can I make without any of the hassle? And as you know, with me not doing Limmy show anymore, or the books anymore, or any of these other things anymore, I really like walking away from fucking hassle. I have not regretted walking away for the telly stuff, or the live stuff, or the books today. To go live Monday to fucking Friday and have a nothing but a good time. I'm not bored yet. I've been doing it for 3 fucking years now.
It's a fucking dream, man.
I've been doing it for about 3. I know this sounds like it's irrelevant, right? But I've been doing this for like 3 years now constantly, and I'm not at a point yet where I'm going, oh, this is, I mean, you can only sort of like sit about and have a laugh and play games for, there's only so much you can do that. You need a challenge in life. You need something to, I enjoy the fun challenges. I enjoy the, what can I do to have a better time than fucking before? What new games are there, or what creative things can I fucking make, as opposed to what hassle can I endure and learn from? Do you know what I mean?
Aye. No, I get you. Fair enough. I think if I was in your position, I'd probably do the same. Because it's just easier, isn't it?
It's easy.
Aye.
It's easy. It's more enjoyable, and like I said, it's got its own challenges. It's got its own wee challenges of what I do. I don't want to. I don't want to come on here tomorrow and go, what did I do? And then the next day, what did I do now? I mean, I'll give people, like, everybody gets a hot air balloon. Next day, like what I was doing before, that's not really what I want to do. The helicopters, the hot air balloons. Every cunt gets a fucking machine gun. Every cunt gets 1,000 C4. That's not really what I want to do. I want to see what I can do.
So what are you thinking?
I want to make something. I want to make something, and I want to wire something up and do the tape stuff. I like doing up the big L. I want to do electronics and something impressive without the feeling that I'm about to get shot. And I'll just say one other thing, and I don't want this sounding bad about anybody, because this isn't about Jamie and it isn't about Gamer Fiend before and all the rest of it. There is always that wee part of me that thinks, am I going to get, like, if I build a base somewhere, am I really going to get just kind of like left like other cunts, or am I going to get shot like other cunts? Sometimes I have that wee bit as well. There's a wee part of me that thinks, is somebody going to come up to us and come to my base and know that base across there and know that base there, but this base,
was it's definitely happening. Look, like any time we've been out in town, right, I'm very aware that you're living a different life than most other folk that I know. Do you know what I mean? We can't sit and have a coffee, or we can't walk down the street or something like that without folk maybe secretly try to take a photo, or maybe just sound folk coming up to you. All right, how you doing,
Yeah.
Limmy? What's happening? Um, and I became very aware when we started palling about that you've got all sorts of considerations that nobody else needs to fucking bother their arse with. You've got, and I guess that translates into the game as well. Like, I can definitely see this. See, since we've built this, there's like all sorts of buildings that have appeared round about. I overheard somebody today just like, alright, I've just spawned in and I've made a base up in that the island that Limmy's in. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see, right.
And it's no saying anything about folk or whatever, so I'm just saying that like your experience of this and your experience of the world is different for everybody else's. So some things I totally get, other things I don't get.
Back in the
Things
seats.
I don't get, I'm very
Aye, yep, I'm listening.
aye. I was just to articulate a point. I was just like
Aye.
look at stuff running about. Do you know what I mean? So I get it, man. Like fuck it. You've put the work in. You've earned everything. You're absolutely smashing it. And if something's shit and you're not enjoying it, then what's the fucking point of continuing it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. And I just want to say it, and I know I've already said this, and I've already said it. But again, everybody, when I talk about, oh, maybe people keep coming to the base, I'm not saying that about Jamie. Game of Thrones was sort of doing it before, but it's, I think it would only be natural. I don't want to sound like I'm pure para, but see the fact that I'm kind of para does make me think, you know, if somebody comes to the base twice, or Roscoe comes, and that fucking Roscoe, I fucking know Roscoe, and you know, I like Roscoe and I met him and all the rest of it. I'm not saying Roscoe came to my base with a bow, but it's just kind of one example that people watching the stream, they know where I am. I was talking about Frank Spencer earlier on the stream, and people in the chat were doing it.
Yeah.
Momsy was watching the stream as well. None of them were doing anything malicious though. None of them were doing anything. But there is just a feeling that, right, everybody can see in this base and knows this base, just that I could see anybody else's base who's streaming. There's a wee element of that. It's not just some wee anonymous. See, when I was looking at YouTube the day and looking at how to build certain bases, I was thinking, none of this really matters, because if cunts will get you if they want to, they might come outside. But it's not even that. It's just quite simply getting fucking shot and not being able to shoot back effectively and being a bit shite at all that. I kinda don't like it. My mind just goes, I fucking hate that. And then I just, after it, I lose interest. But not to go over the same stuff again and again, but I really prefer this. There's a downside to doing the whole God mode thing. There's a downside of, like, right, what we're going to build and all that. Well, what's the point in building if I can build anything at any time? But I would like to. I was saying this before, maybe a week or two ago, but I quite like the idea of helping out in certain things and doing a bit of donkey work, and at other times just you know, building the odd wee thing myself and just seeing how I feel. But this is how I stay in the fucking game. Really, this is how I stay in this fucking game, because this is what I want to do. I really liked Minecraft. I really liked making the death machines in Minecraft. And I've not got round to that yet. I've not managed to really do that. I had a wee bit of the electronics when I was making that big L. But I've not actually got into the whole, I can build anything I want at any time and get any material and any, you know, as many lights as I want. What can I do with that? What can I fucking do with that? What can I do with people? Can I spawn people into something and force them to watch a show that I do? You know, like, what sort of things can I do? Everybody else can experience Rust in the usual way. I'll experience it in this way, and I'll see how it goes. I want to see what I can do that's interesting for me and everybody else in this mode, as opposed to I'm doing this because everything's all fucked and that I've went in a mood. It might have started with as that, but it's but I'm happy that this is the way it is. You know what I'm going to try and do?
Cool, man.
I'm going to try
What's that?
and show you. Not that it's about showing you, but I'm going to try and show you that this is a good thing. And I want you
Oh, no, I think it is a good
to
thing.
point out to me if you think I'm doing
Right.
something wrong or fucking something up or it could be better. And I know that you would do that anyway.
Man, if I think that you're out of order or you've said something, I'll fucking say it to your face. Do you know what I mean? And I have done in the past, and you've said it to my face if ever I've done, like, and I'm talking about real life stuff and whatever else. So absolutely, we hold each other accountable and all that. Cool. No, it does definitely make a lot of sense. We got to day 2. That's further than we've ever got. Like, that's
Day 2 is no
pretty
bad.
decent. And if it means if the alternative of this, well, technically day 3, I suppose, because we're after midnight. If the alternative of this is you no playing the game, you know what I mean? Because did you? I don't know if you did or if you didn't, but did you not uninstall like a couple of weeks ago?
Aye, uninstalled and then
then got
reinstalled the
idea,
same
like,
day, I
God
think.
mode.
Aye.
Aye, because obviously this game is like it's fun and all that, but there's a bit of a grind, and then there's a responsibility as well. So if your tool cabinet's running out and it's the weekend, then oh fuck, I need to go in and get some wood and stock this up and do that and whatever else. But obviously you've got real life at the same time and whatever else. So I get it, man. And if that's the strategy, then cool. It'd be good to see what you do. You know what I mean?
I'm looking forward to it. I liked grinding. I liked building this. I liked the other wee base that I made air there. I like the fact we're on an island and there's that air there and we've got to travel air there and I like it. I like it. I mean, obviously there's a part of me that's still not completely made up. You know, I'm not like everybody's asking me to kill you. I'm not killing them. There's a part of me that's like, oh no, maybe get back to, you know, I'll change my mind and no, but I want to stick with this and see how it goes and do stuff with you. How would it be possible to still do stuff with you without every cunt thinking that I'm fucking supplying you with stuff?
Exactly, because
And without anybody thinking, he's got it easy.
on my back instead of you. Aye. I don't know. Let's have a wee think about stuff and figure
I'm going to
out
go.
what the
I'm
strategy
going
is.
to go to bed. And I'm going to, while lying in bed, I'm going to think, what can I do? What can I do that makes it that a kind of special sort of server that this is the sort of thing. Now this is me like talking a lot of fucking shit at 5 to 4 or 5 to 3 in the fucking morning. But what can I do
Yeah.
that this is one of the good things of when you've got an admin doing this sort of thing in a server. This adds to it. This adds to the whole thing. Everybody should be doing this, you know, that kind of thing. What can I fucking do that makes it better? Like imagine almost like monuments of my own fucking creation. Something that I make where if you get through it or if you do this thing, you know, there's a prize at the end, which Jamie J's done and Gamer Fiend and all these other people doing sort of something like that, something over the top or nothing that benefits just like one person. It's not like, oh, I've built this thing with James. It's, you know, something that's like for everybody or just for me or something like that. But I'm going to think about it. Something that people watch and they go, like, we can watch other people for this or we can watch him for that, and it's different sorts of things.
Yep. No, that would be class. Can I don't know how to put this into words because there's obviously maybe about 1,000 folk listening to us. Tell me to fuck up, right? But it might be useful, and again, tell me to fuck up if you can enter a safe way in life, not even necessarily in the game, right? Where you're having fun at a set situation that you don't have absolute control over. Do you know what I mean? Again, tell me to fuck up.
The mic's fucking up a wee bit, but I
It
think,
might be a bit.
am I right in you're saying it'd be good if I could still put myself into some sort of mortal situation where I've got some sort of element of risk to myself?
In life, not even necessarily in Rust. I'm doing a therapist thing here. Do you know what I mean?
On life?
A therapy gimmick sort of thing. Aye, so I'm taking stuff that I've heard in the past and just sort of repackaging it to see if it's useful here. Because this full thing might be down to control. It might be down to if my voice is fucking up, then let's stop this because it'll just be annoying to listen to me.
So you're saying that I'm maybe
but it might
doing
be
God
useful.
mode in real life?
No, not in real life. But I'm saying maybe what's happened in the past hour, not something that you've just said that you'll continually, or not continually do, but that is a shorthand that just makes stuff easy. You know what I mean? I don't know. I might be talking a lot of shit, but it might be that whenever you've lost control over a situation, I don't know. I don't know what my point is. I should have thought about this before I brought it up because now it sounds like I'm pure getting at you, and that's no what I'm trying.
There's certain
There might be something there, and I don't quite know.
there's certain situations in my life or whatever where there's a lack of control and I'm not happy with it or whatever it is. There's something, and basically what it boils down to is I'm like, right, I'm, for want of a better term, mental in some sort of way. I don't know what it is. Mental in some sort of way or various ways that sort of come together to make me react to certain things in a mad sort of way. It could be like deleting everybody from fucking friends list and all this sort of shit or this mad stuff. And my choices are
Aye.
go to some sort of therapist and talk it all through and get it all sorted out in the hope that they know what the fuck I'm all about and they believe what I'm saying and they don't think I'm just sort of like making it up in my head or finding some sort of easy option or some sort of shit like that. And the hope that they actually can sort it out. Or I go like that to myself, right, I'm 47, despite cunts go like that, right, you're a bit old. I still have maybe fucking possibly got about another 30 years before I utterly fucking lose the plot, right? Maybe about another 30 years, possibly. How sorted out in my head can I fucking get in that time? Maybe a lot. Everything could be off fine in 6 months, but really, what is it? I was thinking about this the other day, right? I was thinking, feeling a wee bit bad about myself about certain things, right? Feeling a wee bit kind of the usual sort of suicidal fucking shite here and there, right? Just like, fuck, this is such a fucking hassle, or this is it's a bit annoying or something. And it takes me a wee moment to actually go like that to myself. Is this the fucking best thing out? Is this like the best situation out? If you think about it, with regards to this, with regards to that, and this and that, and that, and the fact you're doing this, and the fact of this and that, and I'm like, it fucking is. And I don't just mean it is, but still, yeah, I'm so unhappy. See me just taking a wee moment to think about it. I'm like, this is fucking magic, man. This is magic. I mean, nothing's ever fucking perfect.
Absolutely.
But I'm like, this whole streaming thing and coming for the telly stuff and all the rest of it, everything's fucking. Should we put a fucking fire on? The lights are fine. It's all fucking brilliant, and I think about these wee things a day, like deleting everybody from my fucking friends list and being a bit weird with people and all the rest of it. And Lynn's fairly sure all that sort of stuff, or just the various ways. She believes I've got autism or I'm on the spectrum some sort of way. Any cunt I fucking met, well, Donna that I used to work with, Anne, pal Anne, they think that I know. They think it isn't just I'm maybe going through a bit of a hard time and all the rest of it. there might be an element of that, but this is just the fucking way I'm, and I have been this way almost since
Absolutely.
day one. And
I'd agree. Like I'm an autistic guy myself, and we've spoke about this a fair bit. Like you're definitely no neurotypical. You know what I mean? But that's no necessarily a bad thing. It's just a thing. It's like some folk have got blue eyes, some folk don't. Some folk are their brains wired that way. Some folk aren't. And see, like I don't know. The it's a everything like all this stuff is a gift and a curse at the same time. So it makes some stuff easy and it makes other stuff a lot harder. But I think you're smashing it. Like you just said, if you look about and you're like, oh, that's maybe not that good, and that bit's not that good. But all the good bits are fucking class, I think, aren't they? I don't know.
it's fucking magic. And I know what you're saying earlier about, oh, it's a bit easy. This is maybe a bit an easy option or something like that. But I'm fucking telling you, see with like that coding shite in the past, or see like writing Limmy's show, almost every series I was ready for fucking topping myself. I don't mean, oh, if you
Aye.
if you watch Limmy's show, you can sense that this is a guy on the edge. Nothing like that, but just the fucking pressure. And the live shows before I got on the telly, I was ready for top myself, and I was like, I tell Lynn, I can't do this. I can't do this. And she was saying, well, what are you going to say to them though? I mean, what are you going to say? You've said you're going to do the live show. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I should never have agreed to this. Fucking stress and pressure and all that to be upbeat and creative and all the rest of it, which is required usually when you're trying to write comedy stuff. Doing all that, the book stuff got easier, but all of that, it had all these fucking downsides, and it didn't have the whole, I know, but it must feel great and so worth it once it's all written and done. I kinda, but fuck me, I was ready for fucking top myself again and again
Aye.
and again. And then again, I've always fucking been like that until I went on antidepressants and all the rest of it. And all that stuff is so recent in my memory, even though the big pressure, the Limmy show, was last like fucking 2012 maybe. It's so fucking fresh in my memory, all that, that see taking any easy options, see just sitting in the house all the time and just fanning about, see just no writing anything and no making anything and just streaming and having a laugh and everybody's watching us just now and I'm yapping away. This, it's, I don't know, it's maybe hit us so, it's so deep in my brain that I'm just like, I know what I fucking like and I know what I don't like. And there'll be cunts like, are you turning that opportunity down? Are you serious? And I'm like, I don't want to do it. I don't care. Are you meaning to tell me if Thingamabob came up to you right now and said, right, here's a lot of money and make this film and all this sort of thing, you would turn it down? Yes, I would turn it down. I'm no interested. I fucking hate
totally
stress.
agree with you, man.
I hate pressure.
Totally
So see
agree.
this? Playing
Aye.
games and having a fucking laugh and all this and taking any easy options and all that. I fucking love it, man. I'm like,
Aye.
this is the
And
fucking
you've
business.
earned it because you've been through all of that shit. You know what I mean? Like you said, you're very close to topping yourself multiple times because you've been through all that fucking work. So you've earned this that you're in the now, where you can just do whatever you want in terms of, you know, no feeling obliged to say yes to this and that because it's work. You know what I mean?
Aye.
You've got to a fucking solid position. So if you're out there and you know you're no enjoying something, then you absolutely don't fucking
Yeah. And what you're saying there,
at all.
see what you're saying there
You know?
about you've earned it. And obviously you don't mean it in this way, but obviously everybody has in effect earned or shouldn't have to earn the best fucking life they can get, right? That would be magic if every cunt could just fucking live the fucking dream. But what I've definitely earned is at least what I've fucking learned, which rhymes with earned. It's funny that what I've learned is by going through all that sort of shite. By the way, I don't mean to sound like some sort of horrific fucking time going through all that fucking shite, but I have
Mate, you're
earned the
close to
fucking
topping
knowledge
yourself
about
and you
myself that I'm
genuinely-
no into that.
Aye.
I know what I'm into and I know what I'm no.
Aye.
Give or take. You know, there'll be things I think I'm still into and I'm actually fucking no, and another way, and vice versa. So, like with this, to bring it right back around to this, I'm just like, nah, fuck it. And then if I change my mind, see if later on I go like that, you know what? I'm going to give the mortal thing another go. Or, like in actual real life, if I go like, I'm getting a wee bit bored of just like playing games and this feels like such a waste of life and all that. I should really get back to something meaningful, like becoming, like getting all fucking suicidal, trying to write another fucking series. That's a right good challenge. That's like what life's all about, really. Then I'll go back to that, but it's not fucking happened yet. I had the slightest fucking urge to do it.
I think streaming is fucking perfect for you, man, because you can do this sort of stuff. You can play games. You can fucking play different types of games as well, where it's just you in your own head for months. Play games where you're interacting with folk or whatever. But on top of that, you can do, like, remember right at the start you were doing plays and stuff, and you had the green screen behind you. You could do fucking all the Ableton stuff, making things, making videos, doing whatever. It's perfect, and you're getting paid for it every day. You know what I mean? And the most important bit is you're enjoying it. So I think it's fucking class, man. A very enviable situation that you're in.
It's perfect, and
I'm
like what these,
man.
like what these things, you got to fucking count your blessings. And what I mean is, there are cunts sort of about my age, if not younger, or any age. They're dropping fucking deed, or they're having accidents, or they're just dying of natural fucking causes, or it's addiction, or something like that. And I'm fucking playing games for a living, and I could not give two fucking shits about the fucking easy option, or the harder option, or the more challenging one, or the more, I don't know, more deep and fucking meaningful option, way to live in life. I could easily fucking drop dead tomorrow. I could easily get hit by a fucking bus, go out cycling, go under a fucking motor. And that's just sometimes how I feel. Sometimes I feel like kind of navel gazing, if that's the fucking term, and thinking about what's it all about and what am I all about, and you know, I should try and sort myself out, and why do I act the way that I act? And other times I'm just like, here's all you need to do. Just be alive and try and fucking enjoy it. And be grateful that you're the sort of cunt that likes doing the same thing day in, day out, and I'm not getting fidgety. I'm not going like that. I feel like doing something else. I feel like doing the same bastard thing until I'm fucking 80. See, when I say that in the stream, everybody, I fucking mean it. When I talk about I just want to do this until I fucking drop, I don't mean I'll do it for like 5 years maybe, and then maybe I'll go into sort of like some sort of presenting thing, or maybe get back on the telly, or do some other thing. This, see what I'm doing, man. See what I already do. Same thing every fucking day for decades. Same fucking time, same days of the week, till I fucking drop. Honestly, I've not stepped out the house in about fucking like 10 days. I don't give a fuck, man. I've got everything I could fucking want right here.
Oh, it's amazing. See, after, like, the alternative is going down to London, fucking sitting on a train to go into a meeting to tell you that something that you've worked on for 2 months has got rejected.
Yep, fuck right off.
If it does get picked up, somebody's fucking breathing down your neck. Oh, I think you should do this, or I think you should do that. Fuck all of that, man. Fuck responding to emails if you don't need to. Don't get me wrong, I love my job, right? But it's still a job. Do you know what I mean? Or, well, what you're doing on stream's still a job as well. But you see my point, you know what I mean? I totally understand the situation you're in. You've earned the position to get here, and you're fucking smashing it, man. So, what
Thank you very much.
My point. I don't know what my point was. Well done, and thanks for being ages since I've had a chat like this.
It's fucking good here,
well,
James.
Context.
This has been a fucking magic idea, because I just fucking love this sort of thing, just yapping away, man. Has everybody enjoyed this? Because I fucking love this shite.
What a fucking class game this is, that either we can chase folk down with guns, or we can just sit and have a blather. This, and see the very first wipe, I keep going on about it, right? Obviously,
hear it.
different things happened, but the very first wipe, most of it, the first 90% of it meant a lot to me because I'd not been out the house for ages. Lockdown was happening, so everybody else hadn't been out the house for a wee while. So just kicking about, bumping into folk, meeting folk, all of that, did wonders for me. Here, is my voice still cutting out? Is this
No,
a
it's
bad
fine.
idea
It's fine.
to continue talking? Cool. But see, just being able to do this as well is just great, man. It's fucking brilliant. So, thanks for sitting down, and it's been ages since we've had a chat like this. And
Aye.
I think we've. It feels good. It feels a bit cathartic.
It
But
feels,
I totally know what you're talking about.
feels fucking magic. I've really enjoyed this, and people watching have enjoyed it. This is excellent. And you wanted to do this as well. You wanted to do a kind of therapist sort of thing, and you're sticking down these two seats with a sweet table.
Well,
Fucking magic.
the therapist stuff I was speaking about last week, I didn't think it would be like this. Like, we've actually had a real conversation. I was going to have a therapy session with like Hughes or Rosemary to figure out why they keep killing folk or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, but in a character and all of this.
Oh, aye.
We've had a proper, you know what I mean, just nonsense. So Roscoe, why do you keep rocketing folk or something stupid like that?
Mm-hmm.
But this is cool, man. This feels a bit more like real life in that.
Aye. And if I make it completely wanky,
Podcast.
this something like this is something that I can really fucking get into with Rust. Something that kind of I'm going to use the word transcends here. Something that transcends
Sure.
the game itself and the game mechanics and the grinding. The fact is, there's people here. There's people doing stuff and maybe want to like make stuff up and talk a lot of shit and all the rest of it. Something that is more than the grinding and getting shot, you know, like that, which is still good.
Or AI.
I mean, because not get up really wanky with this game, because I could get all fucking wanky. Sorry for saying transcends, everybody, but this game, people talk about. You get people talking about this metaverse and all that. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but this way that people are having a laugh in here on making stuff, and this what we're doing just now, and all the rest of it. This is something that gives this game a lot of potential. Like this sort of thing, the whole lot, everything about it gives it so much potential. Whether it's something that fucking Marion's making up with a train track and all the rest of it, or the Harvest, what was it again? Thingy Harvest Moon Feast.
Yeah.
Whatever it is,
Aye.
whatever everybody's
Still-
making,
It still feels like
whether it's that kind of RP thing or whether it's just a simple bit of fun, or like a coliseum, or just somebody building a wee house and making, you know, growing their plants, whatever it may be, there's lots of potential, and that's what I'm want to get into in an admin, a god sort of anything that I want kind of way, and see how it
Aye.
goes.
to facilitate all of that. Cool, man. No, it still feels like we're just at the beginning. Every wipe we've done's been radically different for the one before, and it doesn't feel like we've run out of ideas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And with this one in particular, there's about 50 more folk on or something. I don't know what the number is. So I think this will continue for a long while. And once again, thanks very much for putting this together, man.
You're very welcome.
Crazy
And you know
big
what this
big
fucking
friends
feels like,
do
by the way?
Whatever we want to do.
You know what this fucking
What's
feels
that?
like? With it being a Saturday and it being 4:15 in the fucking morning, and it getting us
And the
talking.
sun just come up there as well.
Aye, the sun coming up. It feels like a fucking all-nighter after, you know, a club, and, you know, we're
Aye,
echoed
man.
and we're fucking rabbiting on and going, I think it's transcend. I don't know what the word transcends is. I think it means it's like outside it or something. But I think it's just shite. Or the shite the police get, you know what I mean? I think it's shite for them. No.
Yeah, any of you believe in Jesus? Absolutely, man. Come on, we'll get CBBS on. I've not had this experience for a wee while, and like I said, I've got a can and a half of tenants in me, and we've just had two guys talking about mental health in a way that's fucking useful, not just to us, but, you know, like you said, there's 1,000 folk watching. I'm sure somebody must.
Aye.
I'm bossing for a pish, so I'm
Well,
going to maybe pull it. I might as well go to bed. But in conclusion, seriously, thanks very much.
very
And
welcome. Thank you.
aye,
And I will
probably
see you in.
tomorrow when we wake up.
Bye for now.
Catch you after.
This is what I looked like that whole time, everybody. Ballwagger. Girl interrupted. Barack Obama. Valdivia. Thanks for subs and bits. Bobby Swinger thanks for 200 bits. This podcast is amazing. Really enjoyed that. Crying Branson thanks for 200 bits. I can see why you're such good pals. I tend to take this as the most honest I've ever seen you been. I dare like a good fucking chat, man. Amy Dawson. Amy. I don't know how to say your name here. Thank you for sharing. Everyone's allowed to be vulnerable. Detested Mother's Day for over 20 years after losing my mother. Now father, and I adore the opportunity to celebrate his mother on this day. Hearing real talk from people with respect helps process emotions I have around us. I'm glad to fucking hear it. It's always good to fucking talk into it. Angel the Lemon. Crowther thinks the subs. I'm autistic and never had the privilege of hearing these things before. Honestly, ready to burst into tears. It makes so much sense. I don't know if James is diagnosed. I'm not diagnosed. I don't know if I'll ever get round to actually finding it. I almost kind of care and don't care. If I could go tomorrow, and there's a very quick way they can do some sort of test or whatever it is, and then tell us and that's it, and I don't know, it's a fucking scale or whatever it is, I would go. But see the fact that it could be like a 3-month waiting list, a 3-year waiting list, and I'm sort of going just from almost my own curiosity, rather than I need to tell people this to make my life easier in some sort of way, so that they know this is why I'm like this and that's it, and for other reasons and legal reasons and all sorts of shit. I'm just like, might be, might not be, might be yet another one of these things where I think I've got something or I'm a certain way, and then I go and they're like, maybe it looks like you have got certain ways like this, but otherwise no, so it's kind of hard to tell. I could send you somebody else if you want. And I go, so it's no a pure big deal to me at this fucking age. But I really liked it. It's fucking magic how it works. That was really nice of James to have that. It's see how that came about. Me just getting a bit fucking stressed out with the game, and then just going, fuck it, I'm just going to. Oh, bipolar, more likely. Oh, right, Bird Book and more likely to be bipolar, right? Right. I'm not bipolar. It's actually more likely to be bipolar. The close to Limmy, you know. No, I'm not bipolar. I don't get any kind of manic. I don't know. That's probably not the right term anywhere, but I don't get any the highs or what is there with bipolar disorder? Do they still? The medical people still use the term like a manic high or anything, or mania for any kind of mania. Autism isn't mental illness. I did say it was. Mania, and then whatever the downer is called. If it is, just to talk in very broad brushstrokes. It's like as simple as depression. Well, not as simple as that, right? But never get that. I never get any. I don't really get depression, really. I don't really get it. I have got it, but I don't really get it. I don't get these sorts of. Also, don't get these uncontrollable highs. I don't get it. So I'm definitely no bipolar. Definitely no. But I'm not sitting here going like that. That's no it. What else is there? I'm not. I'm just saying I'm no. Definitely no. But that aside, forgetting about all that, it's really good. I love fucking chit chatting like that. I love doing that. It really did feel like I kind of sitting up all night yapping away. It was magic. 10:30. Thank you very much.